started.
So how did you approach this, knowing that you're not designing for a customer, you're not designing for a family that's going to live in the space, you're designing for a brand that's going to showcase for 3 days. How did you approach the project?
So my approach, it was, I, to put a living room together, or like many lounges here at West Edge, I thought, you know what, if I do this, which, I could have done, because these brands are very beautiful and they offer so much, I could have really put an amazing vignette together, but you come to see it, but you really don't know who's producing, who's the brand behind the carpet, or who's the brand, on top of that coffee table. So I really wanted, so knowing that, I thought, you know what, I am not gonna do that. I am gonna create something that really showcases the name really well and what they believe about their brand. So I approached them with one question. It's a very narcissistic question, but I approached them with, why do you think your brand is the best? Because at the end of the day, when you go to each one of these showrooms, they sort of, they sell your brand as being the best, and rightful. I mean, they do beautiful, product. They market themselves extremely well. So the jumpsuit, that's, two things were, pivotal, in my setup. The question, why do you think your brand is the best? So their answers, obviously, if you come to my booth, they're displaying my booth, why they think the brand is the best. And the jumpsuit was, I took more like, I sort of felt like I wanted to do a very, it's that, shield that they wear on a daily basis. That's the jumpsuit. Is what they all do it differently, but the goal is the same. So the jumpsuit was my, the question on the jumpsuit. I thought, okay, these are gonna be two elements that are actually gonna define my project and the meaning of what I wanna really, what I wanna accomplish and what I wanna get across. The fun part was explaining the jumpsuit to them in their faces. It was I almost felt like, I of course I have a thick accent and but I felt like I was speaking Chinese, because they just would look at me, especially when I showed up with the jumpsuit. They look at the jumpsuit, goes, I'm wearing this thing, he goes, yes.